A lot of women like to say like, oh, if my man cheated on me, I would leave him, da 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 da, I wouldn't put up with that, da 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 da. But baby, then your man cheats. Hey babes, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Shaylin, and in today's video I'm bringing you babes a chit chat. Get ready with me. We're gonna be doing this makeup look, and then I'm gonna be showing you guys my outfit as well. We're gonna be talking about topics that you guys sent over to me, but before we get into it, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Also be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss an upload. But without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Baby, if I look crazy in the next clip, it's gonna get better. It's gonna look like this and then, okay? That's all that matters. Okay, period. Okay, babe, so let's go ahead and get into the makeup. This is not my first chit chat get ready with me. I think I did one a while ago, and a lot has changed in my makeup routine since then. So I wanted to do a chit chat get ready with me because a lot of you guys are constantly asking me, what lip gloss are you wearing? What foundation are you wearing? Blah, 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 blah. I know a lot of you guys also suffer from acne like your girl, and a lot of you guys probably also suffer from acne scars as well. So I wanted to show you guys my sort of acne routine, okay, like my makeup routine that I know doesn't break me out but also gives me like coverage to cover my acne scars. My skin is actually doing really well. I don't know if you guys can tell. Baby, let me know if y'all want a skincare routine, because if y'all know, my skin was clear and then it went terribly left, and now she's getting back clear again. I do have some scarring, some, you know, acne scars, but besides that, baby, the skin is giving, okay? So I asked you guys what you wanted me to discuss. So I went on my Instagram and asked you guys, and then I also asked you guys on YouTube. So make sure you guys are following me on Instagram, because that's usually where I like post and ask you guys what you want to see and things like that. I did want to let you guys know I do prep my skin before doing my makeup. The only thing I use really is like SPF and a moisturizer. I go between two, so I will go ahead and link those down below for you guys. And then I like to go in with my Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I don't know if I love this primer. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I did at one point. I feel like it keeps my makeup on, but I don't feel like it's hydrating. I don't know, my skin goes through changes where sometimes it's like oily and then sometimes you want to be dry, and it's like very confusing to me. I don't understand it, but you know, we move. And then I'm going to go ahead and go in with some powder to set that. I actually found this tip on TikTok where you set your primer, and I've been doing it ever since. This is the Laura Mercier translucent powder in the color Honey, and I just find that when I do this step, my skin looks a lot more flawless, and I also find that my pores don't pop up as quickly, because baby, your girl has some big pores right in here, okay? So I like to really powder them bad boys out. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the first topic, which is a black girl luxury. So I was watching Aaliyah's face, and she was talking about black girl luxury, and she was talking about pretty much that we have this notation that in order for it to be luxury, it has to be designer. And I think she was 100% right about that, where she talks about, you know, doing things that aren't a necessity is a luxury. So me being able to get my lashes done, me being able to get my nails done, and things like that are a luxury. I think black girls in luxury is more normalized than we like to admit, because if you think of luxury in a sense of things that aren't a necessity, a lot of black girls do these things. Like, we love to get our hair done, we love to get our nails done, baby, we love to get our lashes done, we love to look cute, okay, period. And it's expensive, you know, to do these things. Like, honestly, I always tell my boyfriend, like, being a girl is so expensive, baby. We gotta get things waxed, we gotta get our hair done, our nails done, our feet done. It's just so expensive to be a girl. And then meanwhile, boys, all y'all have to do is get a haircut. Like, I don't feel bad for you. If your haircut is $30 to $65, I don't feel bad for you. I'm sorry, I don't. I noticed that when I watch people who do luxury hauls, there tends to be like this notion that, oh, they're bragging and stuff like that. It's like, why can't we just see it as motivational? Like, why can't we just be happy for the girl who has 20 Chanel bags and be like, dang, I'm trying to get to where she at. I'm trying to give me 20 Chanel bags. I'm trying to give me 21 Chanel bags, okay? I just think that we need to stop putting ourselves in boxes and categories. Like, there's like so much separation within the black community, whether it be black girls in luxuries, whether that be light-skinned girls, dark-skinned girls, whether that be girls with BBLs. And like, it's just, can we stop separating each other? Like, we're all black women. we should all just like stop with the categories. Like I hate the categories, but I do love seeing luxury videos, whether that be a black girl or not. But in reality, I do like to see black girls promoting designer and luxury things because it's motivational for me. And I think it's important to see that. It's important to see people who look like you achieving things that you want to achieve. You know what I mean? It kind of reassures yourself and your mental that it's possible, if that makes sense. So I love seeing black girls in luxury. I do like luxury things. I've actually felt like the older I've gotten, the more I've gotten into luxury things. I used to be the girl that was like not really big on designer, I'm gonna be honest, but as I've gotten older, I have wanted more designer things, mainly because I can start to afford these things, but also because I see the value in these things, you know? So not all designer things to me are worth the money, but then some designer things I do feel as though are worth the money because it's high quality, or maybe it has a certain look, a certain fit, a certain design, or whatever the case may be. But I am going to tell you guys first and foremost, if you guys see me purchase anything designer, it is well thought out, okay, you guys? I'm not just out here because mama ain't got pockets like that. Mama's trying to buy a house. By the way, I'm using the Anastasia brow freeze. Oh my god, this stuff is game changing. But baby, if you buy it, please make sure you put the top on it afterwards, because I didn't do that and it like turned kind of white and nasty. But I just scraped that part off, and girl, I'm gonna keep using it, okay? I actually hate my brows, you guys. I don't know if I've told you this before, but I got microblading and it just didn't work for me. Then I like to press, kind of like take the spoolie and like press this part. Girl, I don't know what I be doing. I'm literally over here trying to be an MUA, and baby, that's not what it's giving, okay? So now I'm going to outline my brows, and then I use this Warm Beige Born This Way concealer. I don't really love this concealer. I'm literally just using it to carve out my brows because I don't use it for anything else, and I just didn't want it to go to waste. I actually don't love this since I've gotten like a tan. I just feel like it's a little too light. The next topic is relationship pressure, lack of communication in relationships, ways to spice up your relationship. So basically, relationships, okay? I'm not sure what you mean by relationship pressures. I'm gonna assume that you mean like the stress that comes with a relationship. I tell my friends all the time, like, well, I used to tell my friends that were single, because a lot of my friends were single, because you guys, I don't know if you guys know this, but I've been in a relationship for quite some time. So a lot of my friends were single at the time that I was, you know, in a relationship, and they would say to me all the time, like, oh, I want to be in a relationship, I want to be in a relationship, I want to be in a relationship. And I would tell them all the time, like, girl, being in a relationship is hard. In my opinion, and this is my opinion, okay, being in a relationship is harder than being single. Being in a relationship, I mean, people see the good parts of a relationship, right? Having a partner always there for you, having someone to come home to, having someone to do things with. But what they don't see is like the ups and downs, right? The arguments, the disagreements, the having to compromise. So it's just a lot that goes into a relationship. And I think people forget that because they're so used to seeing like on social media, like the good parts, right? You see kissing, lovey-dovey and all that, but girl, it's not always like that. I mean, sometimes it is like that and it's great, it's wonderful, but the reality is it's not going to be like that 24/7. Social media has a way of making people think that relationships are all rainbows and chocolate covered strawberries, baby. It's not that. And if someone tells you is that, they're lying. They're lying, okay? And this is why I've always been the type of person to never really comment or put my input on other people's relationships, because I can't say what I would do if I was in that position, right? Because I'm not in that position. A lot of women like to say like, oh, if my man cheated on me, I would leave him, da-da-da-da, I wouldn't put up with that, da-da-da-da. But baby, then your man cheats and you over there second thinking about it, putting into consideration, trying to figure out, like, you know what I'm saying? I also never say things like, I want that relationship. Oh, I wish my relationship was like that. Baby, you don't know what goes on in people's relationships. They can look so happy. They can look like everything is peaches and creams, and baby, it be World War II at home, okay? I think when it comes to relationships, yes, they are great. They come with some great perks. It's nice to have someone who loves you, cares about you, someone there to talk to, confide in, a partner. Like, it's a beautiful thing, but I think people forget how much work goes into that, you know? Basically, when you're in a relationship, you're kind of like becoming one, right? So at my age, I don't date to like date. I date to marry. Like, so obviously my boyfriend that I have right now, I plan on being with forever. Like, we plan on getting married, we plan on having kids, everything, right? If that is my goal, right, then I have to be understanding that we're not always going to get along. We're not always going to be happy with one another. We're going to have disagreements, and you have to be willing to compromise. One thing I feel like that ruins a lot of relationships is people aren't willing to compromise, you know? Like, and when there's two people becoming one or being in a relationship, you have to compromise, okay? You're going to have differences in views. And I talk to my boyfriend all the time, and I tell him, like, wow, we're so different, because we've been dating for a long time. And I'm like, the way I would have handled certain situations when we first started dating is completely different than I handle situations now. And I think it's important also to grow together, right? A lot of people, like, in a relationship don't realize that, like, people are still growing, you know? At our age, people are still growing. They're still learning. They're gonna learn you. They're gonna learn your dislikes. They're gonna learn everything about you. And sometimes it takes time, you know? It doesn't overnight become a beautiful thing. I think what's difficult and causes most relationships to crumble is they're not willing to put in the work and the effort. And the time. You have to find the right person. Once you find the right person, working through things will be so much easier. So that's kind of like my take on it. I also believe there's this like stigma that at a certain age, women need to be in a relationship because women are expected to be married and have kids by a certain time. Me and my boyfriend have been dating for a very long time, and I can't tell y'all how many people ask me, so when are y'all gonna get married? When we're ready to get married. That's when we're gonna get married, when we're ready. Are you paying for it? Are you paying for the wedding? Oh, okay. I just do things at my own pace. I'm not competing with nobody. I don't feel as though when I see my friends getting married that I need to be married. Like, that's just not me, okay? I do things at my pace, and as long as me and my man are on the same page, that's all that matters. And then ways to spice up your relationship. I don't know, y'all, because I feel like I am so simple. It doesn't take much for me to be happy and content in my relationship, but I would say, like, to spice it up, you know, like taking a trip. So we did take a trip, a vacation together, or yeah, like doing fun things like that you've never maybe done before to form memories and things like that. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, me and my boyfriend, we go to wine and paint and sip, and then we make candles, and then we go. That's not us, okay? That is not us. We do fun things sometimes. Like, for example, tomorrow we're going to New York for a day trip. I personally just find spending time with each other is like good enough for me, but you know, everybody's different. Everybody's relationship is different. So how to balance your job and being an influencer? Child, baby, I'm still trying to figure that out, okay? I am really trying to figure that out. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and get into my foundation. We are gonna use the Huda Beauty in the shade Biscotti, and then my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk in 8.75. This is the combo. I'm obsessed with this combo. I just think it looks so freaking good. So the Huda Beauty is like thick and more of like, to me, like a matte finish. And then this is definitely more of like a dewy natural finish. So putting these two together is just so amazing. Also, this one is a little bit light for me. This is a little bit darker, so this adds a little bit of darkness to make it kind of like the perfect shade for me. This I like to shake up because it's kind of like liquidy. So I just like to squirt, I don't know if you guys can see, I just like to squirt one, oh girl, that was a lot. I usually don't put that much. Then I like to take the Luminous Silk, squirt a pump and a half of that. And then I just like to mix it together. She asked me how I balance my job, because I do still have a full-time job, and being an influencer. Honestly, you guys, it's the struggle. I see why people make being an influencer their full-time job. Like, I used to be like an outsider, right? And I'd just be like, girl, it's so easy. Like, why not make money doing like your regular job and that job? Girl, baby, was I wrong. I was so wrong, because it's not giving that. It's not giving that at all. I'm just gonna go in with a little bit more Huda Beauty because I do feel like this looks a little dark today. Maybe I'm losing my tan. I need to get out in the sun. Being an influencer is not easy in the slightest bit. If you think that being an influencer is a quick way for you to make money and quit your job, girl, you are in for a rude awakening, okay? And I'm gonna spray my little Juno & Co sponge. This is my favorite way to apply makeup. I usually would wet this with water, but girl, I'm too lazy to get up. So I'm wetting it with my Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray by Charlotte Tilbury. Baby, that's expensive, so I should not be wasting that. But I love this for blending out my foundation. I feel like it makes it look so skin-like. I am learning that it's all about prioritizing your time, right? I'm learning right now how to balance everything, right? How to balance my job, how to balance my other job, which is YouTube, you know, being an influencer. Also, how to balance spending time with friends, family, and my man. So it's just like, it all, in my opinion, boils down to planning. Like, when I plan and prepare, I notice that everything goes smoother. So I don't do things spare the moment, right? Like, because I just have too much to do. So what I have to do is kind of plan ahead of time. Like, I can't just randomly be like, someone can't randomly text me like, hey, you want to go out for drinks tonight? Girl, I got a schedule. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, you have to plan and you have to stick to your schedule. That is the key. I've learned that the only way to be like consistent with your platforms and your job and life and balancing everything is to literally plan. They make it look easy, but what you guys don't see is a lot of the behind the scenes, the struggles, the having to refilm videos because the lighting's off, sorry, my camera cut off. You see what I'm saying? Like, this shit is not easy, okay? That's just my take on that. It has to be something that you're passionate about and something that you actually want to do and enjoy doing. So I look at being an influencer as my job so that I prioritize it, but it's something that I genuinely enjoy doing. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. Like, girl, I don't know if I'm feeling this hairstyle, okay? I gotta like spruce it up, but I saw this girl on TikTok. You know, she slicked her little front hairs into a ponytail and then had the back in a wash and go. And I was like, girl, that's cute. That might be cute on me, but it's not giving cute right now. It's giving very 9-year-old. So now I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my concealer, which is the Pat McGrath in the shade M15. I love this concealer, you guys. Like, it's expensive, but it's worth it in my opinion. So my tips, if you're trying to learn to balance like work and being an influencer, is to plan. Plan your content, plan your calendar, plan, okay? And no exceptions. Stick to it. If it's your day to film and your girlfriend hits you up to go to the club, baby, you tell her you're busy. That's what it gives. That's the energy you have to give. Someone said, would love to hear some tips on how you planned your vacation. Y'all wanna laugh? Because I get so many questions. I didn't think that vacation vlog would do as good as it did. And it's like, I get so many questions about how much was the hotel and how much was this, how much was that. And I'm like, girl, little do y'all know, my boyfriend actually, sorry y'all, I'm looking at the monitor. My boyfriend actually pretty much planned the whole trip. I didn't really do much. All I did was send him like a list of like hotels and let him pick which one he liked. Yeah, he booked everything else. So you guys, I don't be knowing the answer to some of y'all questions. I'd be like, girl. I will say he planned our last vacation, but we did go on another vacation when I graduated college. We went to Jamaica. I like pretty much planned that whole thing. I think the best advice I could give for planning a vacation is first figuring out dates, right? Because if you guys both work, you need to find a date that you guys can both take off. So I think that's where I would start. And then typically I would also recommend, if you're planning a vacation, to plan it in advance. It'll be cheaper that way. If you wait till the last minute to book like flights and things like that, it tends to be like more expensive, at least from what I've found in my trip booking process. So if you want to plan a vacation, I would plan at least like 6 months to a year ahead. That way it gives you ample amount of time to buy outfits, ample amount of time to, you know, save money and things like that. Because when you wait till the last minute, everything's kind of rushed, right? You have to rush ordering stuff, you have to rush having your finances together. So I would recommend planning as far in advance as possible. I like to take a little bit of my Laura Mercier translucent powder and honey, and then I like to go under my eye. So now that I have that, I like to dust away the powder pretty quickly. Next, I like to go in with bronzer. I use the Charlotte Tilbury Air Bronzer in 3. Oh, okay, my girl asked a bunch of good questions. Okay, what do you do for a living? I don't know if I'd be one to tell y'all my business. Okay, I don't even want to get into that. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, just because people are crazy, okay? Like, people are crazy. I don't want people finding out where I work. I won't get into what I do specifically or where I work or my job title, maybe in the future. What I will tell you guys is I actually started the job that I'm working not too long ago, and I was down bad, right? Like, I was going through it. I basically had a situation at a job where I didn't feel comfortable working there, and it just went against my morals working there. And so I quit during the pandemic. Love that for me. Quit with no plan, no job, nada. Okay, just up and quit because I felt like in my spirit that's what I was being told to do, and I just did it. And so of course I had to go ahead and settle for the position that I was working after that. So I actually worked at T-Mobile for a little bit, and then a blessing came through for your girl, and I got this job now that I really love, that I like, that pays well, has great benefits. You know what I'm saying? Once you get a certain age, baby, you care about benefits too, okay? And it's just, it was a blessing. But you guys, I'm telling y'all, I was so down bad. Like, I was so nervous. I was like worried about my future, and like everyone, you know, people thought I was stupid for quitting my job, you know, but it all worked out because if I would have never quit my job and made that rash decision, I wouldn't have the position that I have now. So if you are down bad or things just are difficult for you right now, girl, my advice is to hang in there, because baby, you never know what the future has in store for you. Just keep pushing, work hard, don't give up. I don't know how this question went into that, but girl, y'all needed to hear that. Somebody needed to hear that. Okay, so she also asked me, how do I spend my free time? Honestly, you guys, y'all are probably gonna be really shook by what I like to do in my free time. It's watch YouTube videos, right? But it's the type of YouTube videos that I watch that I think is going to shock y'all the most. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and set the other parts of my face, and I'm gonna use this, girl, it's a little mini Charlotte Tilbury. This is in the shade Tan, so I'm gonna just kind of set everywhere that I didn't bronze or highlight. So I'm gonna go in with the Fenty Petal Poppin' and the NARS Amour blush. In my free time, y'all, I love watching true crime. Okay, don't think I'm crazy, don't think I'm psycho, no, I'm not a serial killer, but I love watching true crime. I've always been into true crime shows. I used to watch NCSI, of course I watch Law & Order, I like Criminal Minds. I've just always been into stuff like that, but lately I've been really into true crime. I know a lot of people find true crime to be scary, and like literally my boyfriend be like, how can you watch that before going to sleep? But I literally just find it so interesting, and like it's heartbreaking, it's sad. It also makes you aware of like what really goes on in the world. And I also like to watch it because, you know, some of the true crime that I watch, I like to go on my nose too, so I look a little flushed. But some of the true crime that I watch is unsolved, and you never know, by watching something I might be able to help with something. I just enjoy it, you guys. Like, I enjoy it, and I think I am weird for like I used to think I was so weird for liking that, so I used to keep it kind of like a little secret, a little, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think it's weird that I like it, because I find that the people that I follow, they have large followings. It seems like a lot of people like true crime. Like, girl, you are not alone. Do you watch other YouTube channels? Why do you make one? I do watch other YouTube channels, so I like true crime. So like if you're into true crime, I like Bailey Sarian. I like I think her name is Molly Westbrook. Girl, it's a bunch of them. I'll list them down below. And then I like Aaliyah's Face, of course. I like my girl Mo Beauty. I like Yanni Rose. Who else do I watch? Asia. I love Asia's channel. But yes, I started my YouTube channel for several reasons. So I started because I just love fashion, right? I love clothes, and people are always asking me like, where'd you get your clothes from? Where'd you get this from? And I just felt like, girl, why don't I? And people used to tell me all the time, you should make a YouTube channel. You should make a YouTube channel. And I just never did. So I finally like got around to it. I also want to like empower women. I think that I just didn't see enough people who looked like me. You know what I mean? So I'm using a lip liner by Patrick Ta. I just feel like it's important to have more representation for not just black women, but black women with natural bodies, black women who don't have a super flat stomach, black women who are curvy, black women who are short, and just showing them that it's okay to be confident in who you are, how you look. So I just think fashion is girl, I need to shave my mustache. I just think fashion is a nice way to be able to express yourself, and I want all people to feel as though they can express themselves through fashion. They can feel confident through their outfit. So yeah, that's why I started my channel. Your unpopular opinions about current fashion and or makeup trends. I just feel like there is no such thing as wearing the wrong thing, right? If you feel confident, if you like what you're wearing, girl, wear it. Like, just because everybody else ain't wearing it don't mean it's not cute. And it also don't mean that everybody ain't gonna be wearing it in the next couple months or weeks, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. The only thing that I think that bothers me about the fashion industry is the fact that there is not enough representation when it comes to like the models. Like, it's just like, why are all your models have BBLs? Not everybody has a BBL, you know what I'm saying? When I start my clothing brand, because I do plan on starting a clothing brand. Oh, this is Fenty in Sweet Mouth. This is my favorite lip gloss right now. When I start my own clothing brand, best believe we gonna have models with BBLs, we gonna have models with no butt, big boobs, no boobs, BBWs, itty bitties. Like, how can I possibly know if I want to buy your item, or if your item looks right on me, if I can only see it on a girl that's 6 foot, or I can only see it on a girl that's skinny as fuck? Like, I just like, I don't get it, right? Like, companies, I don't understand. Like, you're literally only appealing your clothing to a certain type of body demographic, and it doesn't make sense to me, right? Because you want to make money, so wouldn't you want to make more money? Like, I don't understand. But yeah, so that's one of my goals, is to start a clothing brand and to make sure it is as inclusive as possible. Oh, y'all, I look kind of cute. Ooh, okay. So now we're gonna just go ahead and set my makeup with the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. This stuff is expensive, y'all, but I really like it. I'm gonna go like fluff up my hair and then come back and show y'all the final look. I am back. This is the final look. I think I look super cute. So here is a look at the outfits, which I am just I'm living for it. I'm feeling it. So top is from Zara, jeans are from Zara, shoes are Bottega, but you can like barely see them because the jeans are so long. And bag is from Zara, my little Jacquemus dupe. Okay, I'm feeling really cute. I'm feeling very spicy, very 70s, very sexy. Okay babes, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Also leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think of the outfit, and let me know what makeup products are your favorite so I can try out some new ones. But I love you babes so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.